with this week's Edwards Public Library mini story time. I hope you guys are feeling awesome. I'm feeling great, and I have some big news for you. This year's Youth Summer Reading Program is going to be completely virtual. I will be telling you more in the upcoming weeks, but when you sign up, you're going to get this really cool gift certificate to a place that I'm going to keep a secret. Shh. And then when you reach your reading goals, you're going to get these really cool online badges. So it's going to be like a video game, which I don't know anything about, but I bet some of you do. I think it's going to be fun, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Okay, let's get started with this week's song. Can you guess what this week's song is? Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 4 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 3 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 2 little monkeys jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." 1 little monkey jumping on the bed. He fell off and bumped his head. The mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, "No more monkeys jumping on the bed." You gotta do what the doctor says. Okay, this is going to be fun. We're going to go into our story, and it's about someone that I think you know. Her name is Little Red Riding Hood. So, once upon a time, there was a little girl named Little Red Riding Hood, and they called her that because she wore this super cute red cloak. She and her mom were making some bread, and she said to her mommy, "This bread is so delicious, Mommy. I'd love to share it with Granny." And her mother said, "That is a great idea." And she said, "Can I please bring it to her? Please, please, please." And the mommy said, "Okay, Little Red, I will let you do that, but you need to promise me that you won't talk to any strangers." "Oh, Mommy, I won't talk to any strangers, I promise." So they made a big, beautiful basket with bread and goodies for Grandma. Well, as soon as Little Red Riding Hood went into the woods, who should she run into but the big bad wolf? And he said, "Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood. Something in your basket, smelling good." And Little Red Riding Hood said, "Oh, yes, I have some bread that I'm bringing to my Granny." And he said, "Where does Granny live?" And she said, "Granny lives at 61 Brown Road, and her telephone number is 413-527-1111. And her email address is granny@charter.net. And he said, "Thanks, Little Red." And he went and took a shortcut to Granny's house. Why did Little Red say all that information? Well, she took the long way, and he got there, and he burst in, and Granny was sitting there, and she went, "Ah!" And she jumped out a window. See, she was smart, and she knew she couldn't fight a wolf. And she went to go get help, and the wolf said, "I missed Granny, but I'll get that Little Red, and I know what I'll do. I'll dress just like Granny. I'm going to wear her nightgown and wear her nightcap. Ha, 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 ha. And I'm going to jump into her bed." And that's exactly what he did. And he lay there and he waited for Little Red to knock at the door. And then he heard, "Knock, knock, knock. Hi, Granny, it's Little Red." And the wolf said, "Come on in." Little Red thought, that doesn't sound like Granny. But she went in anyway. And she said, "Hi, Granny, I brought you some bread." "Oh, Granny, what long, big ears ears you have. And the wolf said, "All the better to hear you with." And Little Red said, "Oh, Granny, what big eyes you have." And the wolf said, "All the better to see you with." And Little Red Riding Hood said, "Oh, Granny, what big teeth you have." "All the better to eat you with," said the wolf. "Ah," said Little Red. Well, one thing I didn't tell you is that Little Red was really fast, and she went running out the door, where, luckily for her, Grandma's friend Herb was cutting down a tree, and he had a great big axe. Well, when the wolf saw Herb with that great big axe, he thought, "I better get out of here." And away he went. And Herb went running right after him. That was the last they heard of the big bad wolf. Meanwhile, Granny got back with some help, and she said, "Oh, Little Red, I am so sorry you came here when a big bad wolf was in my house." And Little Red said, "Uh-huh." And Granny said, "Oh, Little Red, how do you think he knew where I lived?" And Little Red said, What do you think she said? What would you say? Would you admit that you gave away her address, her phone number, and her email address? Okay, let's learn some words from the story in Spanish. What a treat. So Grandma lived in a house. In Spanish, they would say the house is la casa. Casa is house in Spanish. Red is rojo. Little Red Riding Hood brought bread. In Spanish, it's el pan, the bread. And finally, the wolf jumped into Grandma's cama. La cama in Spanish is the bed. Well, friends, it's time for this week's craft. And I love it. I'm crazy about it. And I'm going to teach it to you. So it's made with a toilet paper roll and some yarn. It's not a necklace. It's actually, you can make this into a bird feeder. I saw it on the internet and I thought it was super cute. So you can take some nut butter and paint really carefully on the toilet paper roll. And if you're allergic to nut butters, you can use Crisco. You can use, a big glob of butter because birds love fat. And then you can roll it in some bird seed. And then with the string, you can hang this on a tree branch. And look, if you don't even have string, you can actually go ahead and put this whole unit on a branch. And if you're feeling really ambitious, you can pop through with a three-hole, like a little hole puncher. You can pop a hole here and there and put through a stick, and then you'll make a bird perch because there are so many beautiful birds out these days. And actually, I had a huge fox in my yard this morning. Anyway, friends, it was so great to see you. I hope that you're taking good care of your precious self. I miss you, and I hope that I'll see you next week. And see you soon.